Welcome to part 2 of the Bali food trip video. I have one more meal to try, and that is the Nasi Goreng. I also thought in this video I would give some quick shout outs to other restaurants that I loved but that I didn't feature any food from, as well as some other spots in the island that might be worth visiting. So the first place is Coffee and Oven in Kuta. This is a vegetarian restaurant. Now their food is good, but the thing that really got me was their baked goods, especially the cakes. I am such a sweet tooth, and this is the type of place you could sit all day just sipping away on your coffee, reading a good book or writing on a laptop. Now, the second place is Malou by Nook in Tanggu in Kuta. It's a cozy, casual restaurant, and it serves Balinese as well as Western food. Now, I would say the food is aight, but the best thing for me, honestly, is just the atmosphere inside, and especially in the evening, you're sat out the back overlooking the Rice Terrace. It is just magical. The next place is another cafe in Tanggu, which kind of makes sense because that's where I was staying. It's called Ruko, and it's cozy and casual. And this place is where you go to get great coffee, acai fruit bowls, and avocado on toast. And because we're not in Australia, it doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. Okay, with one last full day to go and a few spots I still wanted to hit. It was out of the private pool and into the pool beneath the Malou Twin waterfalls up towards the north of the island. Next was a visit to the Manukaya Temples, which is not far away from the world centre for yoga, Ubud. Now, after having been in the pool and swimming under the waterfalls, I didn't feel like getting into water again today, so I just watched other people bathing in the temple waters. Okay, so now back to food, and I found the place to have my Nasi Goreng. I'm not even sure what this place is called. It's a little restaurant that was converted from a storage garage to provide home-style Indonesian food. Okay, so I finally made it to having the Nasi Goreng. Now, I couldn't resist because this place has got the Nasi Campur as well, which I'd had already at Yulikan, but it's done a little bit differently here. So this is a local room. It's kind of like a home, and they've got a second floor with a terrace that overlooks the rice fields. It's absolutely beautiful. So it's got a much more homely feel. So I thought I'll try it here as well. And it's also coming with the beef rendang, some shredded chicken, a mix of aubergine, the tempeh, green beans, and some cabbage. But first, let's go for the Nasi Goreng, which is the national dish here in Indonesia, as I hear. And let's see what makes it really different from a Cantonese fried rice, Chinese fried rice, or even Nigerian fried rice. That's good. Straight away, the first thing that hits me is that it's sweeter than any of those other fried rices I mentioned. Now I'll try with some of the shredded chicken. Again, what's really nice about these meals, apart from being super tasty, it's just the different textures that are going on. So you've got all the crunch from these fried, I'm not sure what it is, fried crispy things, the rice textures, and then the chicken, shredded chicken as well. It just goes together to make a really pleasant mouthfeel. Okay, so I'm going to take a little break from the Nasi Goreng because I have to come in and try some of this Nasi Campur. Actually, I'm here with my mate who's already tucking into his, and he was saying it's the best Nasi Campur he's had in the whole time he's lived in Bali. High praise. Let's get in there. First of all, some of the beef rendang. Oh wow, I have to say, the beef rendang and yulicad was already pretty damn good. This might well be better. Maybe it's just beef rendang anyway is really good in Bali, but so far with the two that I've had, wow, champion. This is just, the beef just comes apart. I'll try some of this egg and cabbage. Some of the tempeh. Nice. Coming for some of this aubergine. That's what I'm loving about this. Again, it's well balanced. Sometimes when everything's so flavorful, it doesn't really give your mouth a break. But the aubergines, actually, you get a really good aubergine flavor. It looks like it should be spicy, but it isn't. It's quite mild, so it helps as a contrast with the rest of the dishes. And this place is definitely a winner. If you're looking for something that's a little bit off the beaten track, great views and great food, definitely you need to come here. It looks good and tastes even better. Okay, so now back on the road. Now when it's not busy erupting, it really is worth getting all the way to the north of the island to go and visit Mount Agung, which is the active volcano up there. Especially at sunrise, it's really beautiful. And then all the way down south at the other end of the island in Uluwatu is something a little bit different. It's Omnia, which is a day and nightclub, and it's the first time in my life I've ever been to a day club. Really strange, a bit surreal, but actually really good fun. And the views are stunning. Now, Uluwatu is still well worth the visit, even if banging music and Instagram people are not your thing. A walk along the cliffs at sunset down by the coast is still absolutely breathtaking. Highly, highly recommended if you go to Bali. So yesterday was wet, except for that awesome beef rendang, which, would you believe, had been cooking for 3 whole days. So that most of the liquid had evaporated and it just concentrated the flavors and made the beef super tender. Now you love that segue, right? What can I say? I have got awesome writers working on this channel. So, in conclusion, this is actually my 3rd time coming to Bali, but it's the first time that I've really taken time out to go and try lots of Indonesian food, and I absolutely love it. But it has left me wondering, what is it that makes different national dishes popular across the world? Is it because lots of tourists go to a place and then take knowledge of the food to other places where they're from? Or is it because, for example, Indonesians spread across the world and open restaurants and people get to know about the food? So, for example, why is it that Nigerian food isn't as well known across the world? Is it because Nigeria just isn't a place that tourists go to? Or is it that Nigerians in general are not opening restaurants across the world and introducing people to their national foods? I don't know the answer to that question. What do you guys think? Leave answers or comments below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.